Hello and welcome to the most awaited FTR 3.0 by competition community, especially for English medium students. My name is Prelims and in this FTR session, I'll be dealing with Chhattisgarh General Studies, wherein in this video, we'll be looking at the culture of Chhattisgarh part 1, in which we'll be covering the topics like introduction to the tribes, their social, economic, and religious structure. So before starting this video, there is an important announcement for you people that we at Competition Community, we are actually organizing weekly tests on every Sunday at 11 a.m. So what you people have to do, you people have to enroll yourselves by the Friday evening so that you people can write the test on Sunday. So this was all about the announcement, and let's start with the questions. And here we have our first question. And the first question, what we have to do, we have to actually consider the following statements related to the scheduled tribes of Chhattisgarh. In the first statement, we have that the scheduled tribes have been listed in the Madhya Pradesh State Reorganization Act 2000. In the second statement, we have tribal societies generally patriarchal, and in the third statement, we have the extension of Dravid school of language is in the northern and central Chhattisgarh. So let me tell you about this Madhya Pradesh State Reorganization Act. So in the part 20 of the fourth schedule of this Madhya Pradesh Reorganization Act 2000, the scheduled tribes of Chhattisgarh have been listed. They have been listed in the 42 categories. Please do not misinterpret that there are only 42 tribes in Chhattisgarh. So considering the first statement, let me rename this as 1, 2 and 3 so that we're not confused. So considering this first statement, this statement number 1 is actually correct. Now let's come to the second statement, which says tribal society is generally patriarchal. So let me tell you about the tribes. These tribes are actually divided into clans. Clan is nothing but a group of blood relatives that follows exogamy. So a tribe is generally divided into clans, and each clan has a separate totem or a symbol that actually signifies the clan. So regarding the tribes, now we know that each tribe is actually divided into clans and each clan has a separate totem. Let me also tell you, in general, the tribes that are found in Chhattisgarh, they are patriarchal in nature. Now, by this term patriarchal, actually means a form of society in which men enjoy almost all of the power and importance. It doesn't necessarily mean that women are not important, but I'm telling you the form of society which is known as patriarchal, in which men actually enjoy all or most of the power and importance. So yes, this statement is also correct that the tribal society is in fact patriarchal. In the third statement, we have the extension of Dravid school of language. It is in the northern and the central Chhattisgarh. Let me tell you about this Dravid school of language. That the tribes like Oraon, which actually reside in the Jashpur district predominantly, and the sections of Gond like Parja, Dhurwa, Mudia, Madia, Abuj Madia, they are actually belonging to this Dravid school of language. Now, in the statement, we have that it is predominantly in the northern and central Chhattisgarh. So the tribes that I told you are Oraon, Parja, Dhurva, Abuj Madia, Mudia, Madia. So these are some of the tribes that I told you in the Dravid school of language. So this Oraon tribe predominantly resides in the Jashpur district of Chhattisgarh. Hence we can say word northern is okay. But when we look at Parja, Dhurwa, Bhuj, Madia, Mudia, Madia, these are actually the resident of Bastar division, or I should say the southern Chhattisgarh and not the central Chhattisgarh. Hence, when the statement says that the extension of Dravid school of language is in the central Chhattisgarh, this statement is going to be incorrect because the extension is rather more pronounced in the southern and northern Chhattisgarh. So we have seen that statement 1 and 2 are correct and statement number 3 is incorrect. And what we have to tell? We have to actually tell which of these statements are incorrect. So we have to search for an option which says only 3 is incorrect. And here in option number A, we have this only 3 is incorrect. And hence option A is going to be the correct option for this question number 1. So this was all about question number 1. Now next move to the question number 2. In the question number 2, we have to match the columns wherein we have marriages in one column and the forms in the second column. Now, what are the marriages that are given? First marriage which is given is Haldi Pani. So, Haldi Pani actually refers to widow remarriage. It refers to widow remarriage. So this A is going to match with 4. Now, regarding this Kand Vivah. So Kand Vivah is nothing but Tir Vivah or Tir marriage, specially practiced by Bhunjia tribe. So let me tell you about this Tir Vivah. So you have to remember 2 tribes. First is Binjwar and second is Bhunjia. So when I talk about the Binjwar tribe, what actually happens is if a girl is not able to find a suitable match, in that case she is actually free to marry Tir or the arrow, and this is known as Tir Vivah. In the Bhunjia tribe, actually what happens, child marriage is considered to be very important. However, to prevent this child marriage, nowadays what they do in the childhood, they marry the bride with the Tir, and this type of Tir Vivah is known as Kand Vivah. Clear? So this Kand Vivah is actually related to the Bhunjia tribe, wherein in the childhood the bride is married to a Tir or an arrow, and this is actually known as Kand Vivah. Regarding Paithul, let me tell you, it is actually a marriage by insistence, wherein a girl actually goes and starts residing in the house of the boy of her choice forcefully, and even after repeated intimidations she does not leave the house, and finally she is actually married to that boy or to that person. So this kind of marriage by insistence, in Hindi we can call this insistence as hut. In the Bega tribe of Chhattisgarh, so this Paithul actually is marriage by insistence or hut vivah in the Bega tribe of Chhattisgarh. Now let me tell you something about this Vinimay or the barter system of marriage or the Vinimay Vivah. This in general is known as Guravat, wherein girls are mutually exchanged by 2 families. girl from the first family becomes the bride in the second family, and in the same manner the girl from the second family becomes the bride of the first family. So this form of marriage in which girls are mutually exchanged between two families is known as Guravat. And this Guravat system of marriage in the Birhor tribe of Chhattisgarh is known as Golat. It is known as what? It is known as Golat. So when forming pairs, we have A4, then we have B3, we have C2 and D1. So we have A4, B3, C2 and D1. Now looking at the options, in the option number B itself, we have this A4, B3, C2 and D1. Hence, this option number B is going to be the correct option for this question number. Next, we have a third question. So in the third question, once again, we have to consider the statements. First statement says, Kamar is the most backward tribe of Chhattisgarh. So let me tell you, the 7 primitive tribes that actually have been declared in Chhattisgarh are all backward in nature. So, calling Kamar as the most backward tribe will not be correct. So, which are these 7 primitive tribes? First is Kamar, then we have Bega, we have Abuj, Madia, we have Pahadi, Korwa, then we have Birhor, then we have Pando, and we have Bhunjia. So these 5 were actually declared by the central government, and these 2 actually have been declared by the state government. So all of these 7 tribes are actually backward in nature. So calling Kamar as the most backward tribe is actually not appropriate. So this statement is going to be incorrect. In the second statement, we have Birhor tribe makes handicrafts traditionally. Yes, Birhor tribe is actually associated with bamboo craft. Now the tribes which are actually associated with the bamboo craft are Kamar, Dhanwar, then we have Birhor, then we also have Pahadi, Korwa, and Basor tribes. So these are some tribes which are actually associated with the bamboo craft in Chhattisgarh. So this statement is actually correct, which says that Birhor tribe makes handicrafts traditionally. Yes, they are actually associated with the bamboo crafts. Now the third statement says house of the Bhatra tribe is called as Lal Bangla. So let me tell you, the kitchen of Bhunjia tribe is actually known as Lal Bangla and not the house of the Bhatra tribe. Hence, this statement number 3 is going to be incorrect. Next, we have a fourth statement which actually says Pando tribe believe that they are related to Eklavya. So let me tell you, yes, Pando tribe do believe that actually they are related to Eklavya, and hence whenever they are using bow and arrow, they never use their thumb. They always use only the 4 fingers, because you must have heard about the story in which Eklavya cut his thumb away and gave to his guru when asked. So this statement number 2 and statement number 4 is correct, while statement number 1 and statement number 3 are incorrect. In the question, we actually have to tell which of the statements are correct. So we have seen 2 and 4 are correct. In the option number B, we have this 2 and 4 are correct. Hence, option B is going to be the correct option for this question number 3. Now, next move to our fourth question. In the fourth question, we have to once again consider the following statements related to the scheduled tribes of Chhattisgarh. In the first statement, we have Gond is the largest tribal group of Chhattisgarh. So, yes, Gonds are the largest tribal group of Chhattisgarh. And let me tell you, this Kond tribe actually accounts for approximately 55.3% of the total ST population of Chhattisgarh according to the data released in the 2001 census. So yes, Gond is the largest tribal group of Chhattisgarh. Second statement says Lingopen was a musician. So let me tell you, Lingopen is actually related to the youth dormitory Ghotul of the Mudia tribe. And Lingopen is considered to be the god of Ghotul. And in the Mudia tribe, it is considered that Lingopen was actually a musician, and hence this statement number 2 is also going to be correct. Third statement says Ghotul is an educational institute. Yes, Ghotul is an educational institute wherein cultural and traditional knowledge is being imparted to the young generation once again in this Mudia tribe. And in the fourth statement, we have iron craft is the traditional work of the Agaria tribe. So let me tell you, the traditional work of this Agaria tribe is not iron craft, but only melting of iron. Hence, this statement number 4 is going to be incorrect. So, we have to actually choose the statements which are correct. So in the option B, we have 1, 2 and 3 are correct, and this is what we have seen from here, that 1, 2 and 3 are correct while statement number 4 is incorrect. Hence, this option B is going to be the correct option for this question number 4. So this was all about question number 4. Next, we have our fifth question. So in the fifth question, we have to match the columns wherein we have to match the tribes with the districts in which they reside in general. So in the first question only, when explaining about the Dravid school of language, I told you that this Orao tribe generally resides in the Jashpur district of Chhattisgarh. Talking about the Mudia tribe, Mudia tribe in general resides in the Bastar division of Chhattisgarh. So looking at the districts, Kondagaon here is from the Bastar division, hence we have to match Mudia with the Kondagaon district. Now, Kamar tribe in general resides in the Raipur division of Chhattisgarh in the two districts famously. First is Dhamtari, second is Gariyaband. So out of Korba and Dhamtari, Dhamtari is what we have seen, and I have told you that Kamar tribe in general resides in the Dhamtari and the Gariyaband districts of Chhattisgarh. Hence, we can actually match Kamar with Dhamtari, and Sauta tribe does reside in the Korba district of Bilaspur division. So when forming pairs, we have A2, B1, then we have C4 and D3. Now matching this with the options that we have. In the option number D, we have this A2, B1, C4 and D3, and hence this option D is going to be the correct option for our question number 5. So this was all about question number 5. Next, we move on to our sixth question. In the sixth question, once again, we have to consider the following statements related to the scheduled tribes of Chhattisgarh. First statement is, Halba is the most literate tribe of Chhattisgarh as per percentage. Now, let me tell you, according to the 2011 census, please remember, as per percentage, Halba tribe of Chhattisgarh is the most literate tribe. But when we consider this ranking as per the number of persons, then Orao tribe of Chhattisgarh becomes the most literate tribe of Chhattisgarh. Here in this statement, it has been specified that we have to tell as per percentage. Hence, Halba is the correct one as per percentage. And in this manner, the first statement is correct. In the second statement, we have Gadba tribe carried loads traditionally. So the traditional work of the Gadba tribe is actually carrying the loads, and hence this statement number 2 is correct. In the statement 3, we have this Andh tribe resides in Raigad. So Andh tribe actually resides in the Bastar division, and hence this statement is going to be incorrect. Now the fourth statement says Godna is actually a tradition in tribes. So yes, we all know Godna is actually a tradition which is found in the tribes in Chhattisgarh. So what we have to tell? We have to tell which of the statements are correct. So we have seen statement 1, statement 2 and statement number 4 are correct. Matching this with the options that we have, in the option number B, we have 1, 2 and 4 are correct, and hence option B is going to be the correct option for this question number 6. Now, in the 7th question, we have the tribal art of Middle India is written by. So, let me tell you, there was this famous anthropologist by the name of Weir Alvin, and he wrote some famous books on the tribal men, which are the Begas, the Agaria, the Mudia, and the Khotul, the tribal art of Middle India, and Maria, murder and suicide. So these were some of the famous books written by Weir Alvin. Regarding the Daya Shankar Nag, I'll tell you, there was this famous book named as the Tribal Economy related to Bega tribe. While Shama Charan Dubey ji famously wrote the Kamar. So these were some of the famous writers and the books that were written by them. So in the question, the tribal art of Middle India has been asked, and we have seen the tribal art of Middle India is actually written by whom? None other than Weir Alvin, who is mentioned in the option number A, and hence option A is going to be the correct option for this question number 7. Now in the question number 8, we have, which of the following is not a type of love marriage? So in this Bhageli marriage, the girl actually elopes and goes to the house of her beloved and starts residing there. So when I say the word beloved, it actually points out towards love only. Now by this meaning Gandharv, it itself means love or the voluntary selection of bride or groom. Regarding this hut, I have already told you it is a marriage by insistence. And when you insist on marrying somebody, it is going to come under the category of love only. However, this Pathoni is actually a system of normal marriage in which the marriage procession is actually taken out by a bride. When the marriage procession is taken out by groom, it is known as chad. And in the tribal lifestyle, when the marriage procession or barat is taken out by bride, it is known as pathoni. So in the question, it has been asked which of this is not a type of love marriage. So pathoni, which is mentioned in the option number C, is actually a normal marriage system, and hence it is not a type of love marriage, and hence this option number C, pathoni, is going to be the correct option for this question number 8. Next we have question number 9, and in this we have to actually tell which of the following pairs are not correctly matched. And in the pairs we have tribes and we have their youth houses. So telling about some of the famous youth houses of the Mudia tribe of Chhattisgarh is Ghotul. Of the Abuj Madia is Kosi Ghotul. Of the Parja tribe is Dhaga Baksar. Of the Birhor tribe is Gitiona. And of the Bharia tribe is Ghasar Vasa. So, Mudia and Ghotul are, yes, they are collectively matched. Parja and Dhaga Baksar, yes, they are correctly matched. Urao and Dhumkuria, yes, they are correctly matched. Now, regarding this Birhor tribe, their youth house is actually Giti, Ona, and not Rangbhang. Hence, option number D is going to be the correct option because it is not correctly matched, and option D is going to be the correct option for this question number 9. So this was all about our 9th question. Next we have our 10th question. In the 10th question, once again, we have to actually tell which of the following pairs is not correctly matched. But this time around, we have the craft and we have the performers. So, iron craft is yes, performed by the Jhara community. Comb craft, bow and arrow craft, these crafts are actually done by the Mudia tribe. About the bamboo craft, I have already told you there are a lot of tribes associated with bamboo craft. One of them is Kamar. But this Rajwar, I should say it is an art. This type of art is actually performed by Rajwar community, which actually resides in the northern part of Chhattisgarh mainly and not by the Uraos. Hence, this option D is not correctly matched. And in the question, it has been asked which is not correctly matched. So in this case, option D, which is not correctly matched, is going to be the correct option for this question number 10. So in this manner, we have dealt with 10 some of the most important and conceptual questions from the Art and Culture of Chhattisgarh part 1. I'll be back in my next video with the part 2 of this Art and Culture of Chhattisgarh. I hope you people would have liked my video and I shall meet you people in my coming videos. Tab tak ke liye thank you and take care.
CGPSC की संपूर्ण तैयारी के लिए कंपटीशन कम्युनिटी के YouTube चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कीजिए और डेली अपडेट्स के लिए बेल आइकन को प्रेस करना ना भूलें।